Taking thumbnails is always a huge problem because when you're trying to balance books and pose, take a selfie, it's quite difficult, I find, and I'm not very good at doing more than one thing at once. So let's just go. So, thumbnail. Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today's video I'm doing my January, February, March wrap up. I read 8 books and 2 novellas this month, so I'm just going to say 9 books to make it sound better. And I had a really good reading month, except for the last book I read put me in such a bad slump. I didn't read anything for 2 weeks, so I'm a bit gutted about that, but it's okay. I'm finally out of the reading slump. So let's get on with the books. First off, I'm going to start talking about We Were Lies by E.L. Lockhart. This is a book I got at the Hotkeys press launch event thing, and they gave out some really good new upcoming books which they're publishing, and this was one of them, and it's an amazing dark contemporary, I believe, and it just blew my mind. I can't tell you about it because we're not allowed to give loads of information away about it, but just know that it's based around a family, and it's a kind of something happened and the girl has lost her memory and she's trying to figure out what happened, and it's just an amazing emotional ride. Dark fantasy, and you just guys, not dark fantasy, dark contemporary, and you just guys need to check it out. It's like phenomenal. Like, I would recommend it to anybody, and I don't read contemporary, and I think a lot of you know that, so really honestly, this is amazing. Like, amazing. Mind-blowing. 5 out of 5 stars. So thank you, Hot. So the book that put me in a reading slump, unfortunately, was Wicked by Nancy Holder, Witch and Curse. I read this on my Instagram read-along with me and Sarah from Sarah Book Journey. I will leave her link down below for Instagram. She's amazing. She's like one of my really, really good friends. We did a read-along for this, which we were really excited about since it sounded just like the Sweep series by Kate Tiernan. It even is the same colour as the first book, with the moon on, same as the first book in the Sweep series. But turned out that this is completely awful. Or I didn't like it. Like, I don't want to put it out there and say I didn't like it, because some of you guys might really like it. It's just a witchcraft read, and a lot of going back in history, and then it's like kind of like time travel in a way, but not really time travel. It's a good opening to a series, but I just didn't get into it, which was really shocking for me, because you guys know I love witchcraft books. But I wouldn't say that this is a bad book. I wouldn't say don't buy it, and I wouldn't say don't read it. But I would rather you definitely do your research on the book to see if it's really something you might like, or buy the Kindle version of the first book, Witch, and give it a go, or a sampler or something, because, or ask somebody to borrow it. Heck, like, you can borrow this. If you want to borrow this, just let me know. Yeah, definitely do some research first. An amazing book I read this month was Fire and Flood by Victoria Scott. Victoria Scott is an amazing author, and this book is freaking amazing. It's so unique. It's about a girl who moves away with her family to a very remote space because her brother's really ill, and they think the only last thing they can do to help him in his illness is to take him to the fresh air. Now suddenly she's no technology around her, blah blah blah, and she finds this little box on her bed, and in the box is an earphone piece, and the earphone piece basically tells her that she can take part in a race, and if she wins the race she gets a cure to any disease. Of course she takes it. Now let me just tell you, this is a mix between, and I don't like it when people say this is like the Hunger Games, because it's not. It's got a race, surviving in a jungle and the desert, like for 2 weeks or 3 weeks at a time. There's these things called Pandoras in them, which I don't want to talk too much about, but just let me tell you, when you find out what a Pandora is, you'll want one, because I really want one, a Pandora. It's just amazing. I am giving this 5 out of 5 stars, and let's hope and pray that she can make it to the YALC convention in London in the summer, because I'd love to meet her. She seems like a lovely, lovely, lovely lady, and her writing's amazing. And I want to check out her other series as well, so I'm going to be doing that, I promise. Also, another amazing book I read was Born at Midnight by C.C. Hunter. It's about a girl who has troubles in her life, and she's just a bit of a rebel, and she gets sent to this camp, but not just a camp for anybody, a camp for paranormal teens. Now, we don't know what makes her paranormal. What species is she? Is she vampire, witch, werewolf, shape changer, ghost? There's so many different varieties of paranormal creatures that go to this midnight camp, and it's Born at Midnight because everybody that's born on midnight turns out to be paranormal, and you meet witches, and it's just like a phenomenal read. It's like Percy Jackson, but for paranormal witches, vampires, werewolves, and all this fairies and all that good stuff. you need to check this. If you like paranormal books, this is definitely should be on your red shelf. Like, you should check it out. I recommend it. I really recommend it. So this month I finished off the Sweet and Fair Thing, the Live and Brave series, the Gemma Doyle series, which I raved about last month. Really good, 5 out of 5 stars for the end of the series. I was really sad to finish the series, but quite glad as well, because they're all really big books. And I think this book was like, yeah, this book was huge, 799. And it said, oh yeah, the last sentence made me cry. I put a little note thing in here. I got these like library cards, and I wrote in it saying that the last sentence made me cry, because it did. It made me really, really cry. But in a good way, in a really good way. It's kind of like one of those relieving kind of ways. Right, so the main series which I read this month, which I know all of you guys will just be so glad I read, was The Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi, followed by Destroy Me and the Unite Me bind-up of the novellas. Then I read Unravel Me, and then I read Fracture Me, and then I finished it off with Ignite Me. I read all of these books in 1 week, and they are amazing. I love the whole superhero twist. Amazing. Like, I want to be a superhero. I actually want to read more books about superheroes. So if you know any suggestions, leave them down there in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. I just can't even, I don't want to rave too much about this series because I know it's already been raved about a lot, but just to let you know, it's like a must read. Like, I know people say I don't want to read books about hype because they got hype. That's me. Like, I don't like reading books with hype, but I said I've got to pick these books up, and it's worth the hype. Like, it really is worth the hype. The writing style's gorgeous, the characters are amazing, and I instantly fell in love with everyone. Although I'm not Team Warner. I'm still not Team Warner. No, hold on, I was Team Warner at the end. I was Team Adam throughout the most of it. But yeah. So there you go, guys. That's like my reading month this month. You know, just read, you know, this many books and stuff. Let me just try to catch them, pick them all up. Okay, right, I'm going to hold them like this. I feel like Hermione Granger. Does anybody else know? So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know down in the comments below if you enjoyed it, and if you've read any of these books, or should read any of these books, or want to read any of these books. Definitely do. Yeah, give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and yeah, I'll leave my Twitter and Instagram links down below, as well as Goodreads and all that amazing stuff. I'm obsessed with Instagram. Can I just tell you now, like, I am obsessed with Instagram. And yeah, my Amazon wishlist down below as well, and thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to show you some upcoming videos, because I'm on half term now, I'm on a break, so lots more videos are coming out to you guys. Bye-bye!